Hi, my name's Ameerh Naran and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been a childhood dream of mine to one day build my own car company and race cars professionally. I'm taking you along my journey from childhood to now getting closer to achieving all these dreams. I live a pretty enjoyable life. I've seen people like seeing it, hence deciding to show it to the world. I'm in Portugal right now for the Koenigsegg Owners Tour and I'm taking you along for the ride.
Where are we now, man?
We've driven somewhere from the hotel. We're following convoy. I have the worst sense of direction. We have no idea where we are. It's been fun driving.
What's been your favorite part so far?
Ameerh Naran is amazing.
On the rare occasion where we've got to push it, it's been fun. But generally in these rallies, once you find an open road, you overtake the convoy and just go.
Is this scary for you, being in that car?
No, it's not. It's amazing. No, it's not.
I
trust on him. I trust on him.
We've stopped for a short coffee break. We're going to be driving the entire day. Where are we stopping today for lunch?
I have no idea.
Stop somewhere.
I'm just driving. I run.
There's essentially one of every Koenigsegg model ever made. From their early cars like the CCX over here to their latest car, the CC850, the white one over there. This is obviously my car, which is probably the most aggressive car they made. This is an Absolut version, which is the same car without the wings, so it's fast in a straight line, but doesn't have as much downforce, so that's more track focus. This more straight line. Regera is one gear, it's like a CVT, which meant to be more of a cruiser. CVT is just one gear that varies. The only car that's not here is the CC8, which is their first model, and actually a CCR. I've driven most of the models, and out of all of them, I think the Jesko is the best, hence having bought it. It's the most aggressive, very hardcore. And here we've got a Valkyrie and Enzo, obviously not Koenigsegg. The Enzo is obviously a legendary car. I have my heart set on getting an FC12, which is basically a convertible version of the car. It's a Maserati, but it's the same car with a different body. So that's on my shopping list. So Everett was a car designer.
Yeah, I've been in industrial design, mechanical engineering for nearly 20 years.
And then he was a race engineer for Aston Martin Racing.
Yep.
Got to Le Mans 1.
Yep. Pro class win, couple pole positions, world champions.
Why don't you hire him then?
Well, he kind of owned Koenigsegg, so.
He's not willing to pay for my company car.
Well,
no, it's cool to see what you're doing.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
What do you think about the Gemera?
It's going to be amazing. They're not released yet. The first cars are on the production line now.
one of the first one he bought to take his kids to school in.
Yeah, well, and my father-in-law will be using it for the school runs.
It's like the Koenigsegg family car.
And that's what it is. It has ISOFIX in the rear, so you can put the kids' seats in. It's going to be really cool. Comes with a ski box, so you can take the car to the Alps and just use it every day.
I don't get the whole ski box thing. Like, so many people putting supercars, and I was in LA, I see a guy with a F40 with his bicycle strapped to the top.
Really?
I'm like, why don't you just get your driver to follow in an Escalade with all your shit in it? Why are you putting your stuff on your car?
It allows me to drive a Koenigsegg more often. I'm also up for that.
We're gonna head to the ferry now. We've just finished our break. It's gonna be a fun drive. We're going to an island.
Who drive this? It's so nice.
We're on a ferry to lunch on an island, which is going to be fun. It's a pretty rare sight. We've got all these Koenigseggs on one ferry. It's probably the largest congregation you have of Koenigseggs together in the year. I was naughty. I refused to park under the sun. I was like, no, let all the other cars go.
I also found like a spot on there. It was a pretty good idea.
Last year's rally in Italy was amazing.
That was good in
Yeah.
Dolomites.
So good.
Yeah.
They're all so good. They're all different. You get to experience new places. I have a local tour guide. But for me, the biggest thing is the driving. We haven't been able to speed yet, but I'm sure we will be able to. And the curvy roads here, twisty roads, are fun to drive on.
Do they always give you a section to speed in?
I find a section.
No, I won.
The bit was, could she guess where we were having lunch? And she didn't win, so she has to have 10 tequila shots.
5.
She's chickening out and going for 5.
No, I'm not. You're going 5. I have proofs.
There we go. Halfway through day 1, stop for lunch. Look how beautiful it is. And we've got another day and a half to go. We're starting our own convoy. We're getting frustrated. A lot of the drivers are driving too slowly and people are complaining that I drive too recklessly. So it's a combination of reasons. So I'm going to make my own trip and we'll head straight to the hotel and make use of the car's power. I don't understand why people buy these cars and drive slowly and don't do donuts. I mean, what's wrong with you?
Grow up.
Grow up, people. Tomorrow is another day of driving on the rally. Monday, I fly to Germany. I've got some meetings at the factory where we build a Naran. We've got a new head of sales, Giles, who I'm going to introduce to the factory and the rest of the team. And then from Germany, back to London for a few meetings there. My first time back home in London since November. My favorite thing about London, I think you meet so many interesting people when you go out. It's always something to do. Constantly traveling is getting a bit exhausting, but it's something I plan to do just until I win Le Mans. And then I'm going to try and spend at least 6 months in one country. Le Mans once a year, but I'm not good enough yet to win. And the entry fee is like 6 million euros. So unless I'm going to win, I'm not going to enter. You hear that? That's all flames.
I feel like yours pops more than others.
Probably just because no one revs it hard enough. So either of you speak Portuguese, you know how to use this thing? Sorry, how do we use this? Okay, can we not just fill it here? We already parked here.
Carro tem que ir pra frente.
Oh, to come back?
Aqui.
Yeah, I get it. But,
Sorry.
okay, no problem. And then how do we fill? Because when I put it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Or you do it from
Primeiro
inside?
assim e depois eu fumo, ok?
Okay, but then I need to come this which side?
Ok.
She says she's turned off the pump because we're facing the wrong direction. Okay, whatever.
We go for a lot of petrol.
Yeah, if you drive it like I do. Probably lasts about an hour.
Have you ever checked miles per gallon whenever you've driven a car ever?
No, because whatever the usual is, it's always terrible for me. Every car I've owned, I push to the red line wherever I'm driving. My favorite thing about this car is the power, without a doubt, over and above absolutely everything else. When I bought this car, I was making a decision between buying this and a cigarette Marauder powerboat. And then I did a poker run from Finland to Sweden with a friend in a skater. A guy in an outer limits rolled his boat and both of the guys were paralyzed. And that scared me a little bit. And I'm not the best at riding boats. So I decided to buy another car instead, hence this. But one of my childhood dreams since watching Miami Vice was to buy a cigarette powerboat and drive from Miami to Cuba for dinner with a girl I'm dating. I think I'm going to do that this year. Let me go pay for the fuel. I feel very grateful that every one of my childhood dreams has come to fruition. It's as if the world conspires to make my dreams come true. So I feel very, very blessed. For example, one of my childhood dreams was to build my own hypercar, and I've started with the Naran, which I'm very pleased with. Another dream was to own hypercars and take part in rallies, which I'm doing and loving that. Also, living in the countries I have homes, flying private, going to the parties I go to, dating models. It's all been, you know, what I've aspired to as a child and visualized as my dream life. I used to close my eyes every day before I go to sleep, which I've done since I was a child, and imagine myself sitting on a 100-meter boat, looking at my cars, which are now the Naran, having a wife who's walked for Victoria's Secret, and my family around me, also with a big trophy on the table, having won a major racing championship. And they're all coming closer. The only thing's missing now, the big boat, the trophy, and the trophy wife. A piece of advice I would give to achieving your dreams is do exactly what I've done. Envision yourself 10, 20, 30 years from now and imagine your perfect life. In every detail, try and listen. You can hear the breeze, the birds in the air, and visualize yourself. For me, it was on a yacht, wherever you are, whether you have a family, everything, and visualize it in detail and feel the emotions. Force a smile and feel the joy that brings you. And do it every single day. I've done it since I was 10, 11 years old, every single night and every single day when I woke up. And I get closer and closer, and the world brings me opportunities that get me even closer every single day. I really think believing something like this is gonna happen helps it materialize. If you're gonna take one thing from this video, it's that manifesting does produce results. You just have to do it consistently.
What's your favorite thing about the Jesko?
I'll show you. 4,600 brake horsepower. That's what my favorite thing about a Jesko is. The car is very, very stable and comfortable. It's more hardcore than a Bugatti Chiron or Veyron, but it's still very comfortable and easy to drive. Very stable. It's not that raw.
You think Mr. Koenigsegg is a bit shocked at how you drive his car?
I don't know. I definitely drive differently to most of the people on this rally. Mind you, that's on every rally I go to. I'm a bit of a hooligan. Coming on this rally, you realize a lot of people buy these cars as a piece of art, or they admire the engineering, but they don't really want to push it to its limits. Whereas for me, I buy purely for the enjoyment of driving hard. I'm not precious or careful with these things. For me, they're toys to have fun in, and I'll push them as hard as I possibly can. Some people consider the residual value when they buy a car like this, and they worry about it losing value. But for me, I don't mind if a car loses value. I'm buying it to have fun. I'm not buying it as an investment. If I want an investment, I buy property. The trade-off is worth it. I started driving when I was 12 years old. My father, one of his investments was a car rental company, so I used to drive the cars in the yard, park them and move them around. When my parents were going to leave in the morning and stuff, I would move their cars to the front of the garage and things like this. So I've been driving since I was very young. I've raced go-karts, I've raced motocross. I've had every sort of vehicle since I was incredibly young. So I spent my whole life with motor vehicles and engines. I've also done a significant amount of racing. I have good car control, so I do consider myself an above average driver. I think anything in life is practice, and when you do something enough, you end up good at it. That feeling never gets old. I'm very cautious with my money. Like, I would never buy a car or buy anything or live a certain lifestyle unless I know I can do it 10 times over and it not affect me. And I never get finance on anything. All my cars, everything I do, I pay cash. Money and success gives you a lot, but what has been the biggest impact on my life is the sense of security and knowing that I can live comfortably irrespective of whether my businesses do well or not or anything. Because when you don't have that worry about income, then you can be so much better of a business person because you're not having to worry about making ends meet. Growing up, my dad was very, very wealthy, and he went through bankruptcy when I was 14. My parents would try and hide it from us, but I'd hear conversations and things like this, and since then I have a big insecurity against not having security. Security is a big issue for me. Knowing I have financial security has a big impact on my life because I was always very, very worried about losing everything when I was young. The only two things I'm scared of, or I've never been scared of my entire life, my parents dying and not having money. You often need to spend money to make money. And you know, all my cars and assets, I'm very careful with what I buy, but they generally make me more money. I mean, if I buy a watch, it's a watch that appreciates in value. I'm not frivolous, or I don't feel I'm at a position in my life yet financially where I can be completely frivolous. So even luxury purchases, whether it's art, cars, watches, there's always a strategy to them. My first Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, I bought it on an app, Velocity Black. It was difficult to get the car at the time. I wanted it, I saw it, I had a credit card linked to the app, so I just clicked purchase, I bought the car. It was one of the first ones in the UK. By buying that car, I was already an investor of Velocity Black, but it also put me in their VIP client list. With that, they would do events. They did a lunch with Prime Minister Theresa May, so I got to have lunch with her and meet her. Because of buying that car, I got access to so many events. I took a Supercar Owner Circle. It was a car to take there. To be a member of Supercar Owner Circle, you have to have 20 million euros worth of cars in your collection. In the beginning, I didn't fulfill the requirements, but the founders are friends of mine and made an exception for me. That gave me access to people who then I learned other things about. It's day 2 of the rally. I'm more excited about today because we can really push the cars. We're heading over to Lisbon for lunch and then we're spending the night there. I'm missing day 3 because I have a race at Portimao racetrack. So I'm gonna head out from Lisbon at 5 a.m., be in Algarve for the race, and fingers crossed I do well. I'm quite unique in that I'm very calm and collected. before a race, during a race, so I don't get nervous. I mean, it's just another day for me. I'm grateful I'm doing it, I love it, but just another day. I've missed all the practice sessions for my race in Portugal, which are happening today and were happening yesterday, but I had to do this, so much fun. On the last episode, you saw my new car hadn't been delivered. We've just got an update from Mercedes. It's still not ready, although there's a very small chance they'll have it ready by tomorrow. Most likely, we're going to run our car from last year, which wasn't running when I last saw it. So fingers crossed it's fixed and I have a car to drive it. Mercedes-Benz has lent us a full new ECU and wiring harness for the car because we can't seem to see what is wrong with this previous car. We're going to try that. Fingers crossed it works. If it doesn't work, hopefully I can borrow someone else's race car to use. We've stopped for lunch. We're driving from Agera to Lisbon. Stopped along the way, getting to chat to great friends who've also got collections. So on the way here, we realized if your tire pressure isn't above 3 bar, the car won't go over 290. So we're stuck at 290 the whole time. So I've got them to increase the tire pressures now, so we should be able to go flat. Dubai and London, there's cameras everywhere, a lot of traffic. It's difficult. Here the roads are open, you can really speed. It's been fun. My friend Everett from Garage has just unloaded a Regera for me to test drive, and it was incredibly fast, so I want to experience it for myself. Here it is. It's a cool spec. You ready for me to jump in? Yeah, man. It's beautiful. I mean, it's incredible spec.
Ameerh Naran?
I am.
Yeah, nice to meet you. I actually followed you recently on Instagram. I just want to say that I'm really excited to follow your journey about your brand Naran, right?
Oh, that's so sweet of you to say.
I actually do film videos too. I'm Carolina, Cars by Carolina, and yeah, I can wait to maybe one day have the chance to film your car.
I would love to have you drive it. Okay, well, DM me on Instagram and we'll arrange for you to review it.
Okay, thank you very
Cool.
much. Thank
Are you old enough to drive?
No, but I'm in 6 months. I will.
Okay, cool. Bye. So we've got to the end of the Koenigsegg Rally. We've got a final dinner in a few hours, and then 5 a.m. I head to Portimao for my race. The rally was fun. It's always great. Portugal has great open roads. I hadn't experienced them before. A lot of beautiful windy roads where we got to push the car and really enjoy them. It's been a really fun trip. I'm glad I came. And it's always great spending time with all the other Koenigsegg owners. We all have the similar interest in loving cars, but so many other interests. And we've built relationships over the years and friendships. It's always great taking part in all these rallies, firstly because I really love it, but I also see how different brands do their rallies, and I know what I like and don't like, so I can perfect the rallies for when we do the Naran rallies in future. I think the first Naran rally will be 2027, but one thing I will make sure is that we really find a way to push the cars really hard on the Naran rallies when we have them. Guys, I've just started the channel. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see more of, and please like and subscribe.